So someone on Reddit told me that I don't say hi at the beginning of my videos, and that really hurt me. I don't say hi to you guys. How can I live with myself after doing that? I'm sorry. They also called me angry and condescending. See, I had to Google what condescending is. English is not my first language, as you can probably tell. Anyway, I'm sorry if I ever came off angry or condescending in one of my videos. Condensation. So, I'm not funny either. So, that was not even something to laugh about. It was really just not funny. So, I just want to say hello, obviously. No shit fucking Sherlock. Why did I say no shit fucking Sherlock? Captain Obvious. Anyway. What was I trying to fucking say? Today we're looking at, I'm reacting to a video of this woman that got catfished by a catfish. Anyway, let's just start.
My name is Kayla. Hi, Social Catfish. I'm an artist. I work in film and I do a lot of editing. I do a lot of production and stuff like that. I also act as a hobby, so that's pretty fun. So I'm on both sides of the...
Yo, Kayla, just like me for real. That's how it be, man. I got all the hobbies. Acting, directing, filming, cutting, editing, swimming. All of them joined together. I do all of them actually at once. I'm usually in this like pool, and then I'm just editing and reacting, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Camera there. I am a single mom from Kentucky. I have a daughter who's about to turn 7. I have been a single parent pretty much since she's been born. I'm separated from my husband. He's estranged, I guess you could put it that way. He lives over 500 miles away. We separated because he was very toxic.
Michaela has always been an artistic person. During her marriage, she felt her husband was limiting her creativity.
No, not good on her that she got divorced because he wasn't providing her with enough creativity, because that's just crazy. I love when I react to videos. I just get here and I just say random shit. Fuck it.
So she decided to express her art online.
It was on Artist Forum.
She joined a forum where she could meet other creative people, and that's when it all began.
Anyone who has anything to do with art could be in it. This guy messaged me. He was under a different username. Me and him get to talking, and then he admits that he is an actor, a well-known actor.
Yes, because anyone you meet in a random forum is a actor. It's probably someone famous. Matter of fact, I think that person that told me I come off as condescending on Reddit is an actor and a famous YouTuber. I'm 100% sure about it now because I read it, bro. That's Reddit or any forum for that matter, I would assume. Anyway, you can tell I'm very pissed about that comment, no? I'm actually not that pissed. I like to make a joke about it here and there, but condescending.
And of course, here I am thinking, oh, well, he's going to say he's Johnny Depp or something. He tells me that he's Dacre Montgomery. That's my favorite actor.
Dacre Montgomery. That's the dude from Stranger Things, bro.
And me and him just really hit it off, but of course I'm suspicious from the get-go until he starts doing things that make me believe that he is who he is.
Upon receiving an email from Michaela, we arranged a call with her to delve deeper into the matter and gather additional information. We approached this interview like any other case. Our primary objective was to understand the underlying reason driving Michaela to think that this was the real Dacre.
I am obsessed with Stranger Things. Billy is just this bully. He comes in, tries to dominate, which is totally unlike his actual personality.
What's the reason that you guys aren't able to meet face to face?
Well, see, that's one thing that we actually bonded over. And basically through the relationship, he was venting to me after a few months about his partner, saying she's very controlling of him. He doesn't get to do the things he wants to do. She's always there. She's always got to supervise. And I empathize with that because my ex-husband was that way. But about a year after we admitted feelings for each other, he said, there's nothing like feeling love when it's reciprocated. And I said, what? And he said, I'm indirectly asking you out. And I was like, well, I'm kind of stupid about this. I was like, what do you mean asking me out? And he said,
no, the story seems legit. 100%. I believe it. If Dacre Montgomery messaged me from a random account on a art form, I'm believing him and sending him $10,000. How did it not clock on your head that a famous actor of all people, right, would message you and tell you, yo, I want to leave my supermodel girlfriend for you? I'm not even trying to be mean. Just, hey, I'm not even that good looking either, man. Fuck it.
talking to somebody on the phone is very long time, Michaela.
That is one thing that was a huge red flag to me. But at the same time, because he said where she was so controlling of him and he couldn't get away from her, like she glued at his hip, he wasn't able to call. He wasn't able to get at and stuff like that.
After communicating with him for months, Michaela had to make a choice. It was either her husband or Dacre.
No fucking way you left your husband for someone that probably is not who they say they are. It was for other reasons, no problem. It was for reasons such as like wasn't supporting my creativity. Okay, sense, 100%. Toxic relationships here and there, whatever, it's okay. But you left him because you were chatting with Dacre Montgomery. I got Hannah Montana on speed dial, bro. She texted me right now.
He told her this was the only way they could truly be together.
Because he gave me the ultimatum after we had been together for a little while. He gave me an ultimatum. He said, listen, he said, it's either your husband, he said, or it's me. And I said, look, there's no competition. I said, you treat me better. So I told my ex-husband, I said, listen, I said, it's not working out. I said, you're not letting me be free. I said, I think you need to leave. So he left. Within 2 months, he was gone. The ex-husband is out of the house. I said, I'm separated from him. I said, there's no one here except for me and your daughter, Rain. I said, it's just us. I said, now it's your turn. I was like, if you're going to be with me, I said, you have to make efforts. I said, even if those efforts are just getting stuff away from her.
Dacre had agreed to leave his girlfriend to be with Michaela, but
If you are not subscribed, 90% of you, matter of fact, are not subscribed, then I just wanted to make a song and watch. Number 2. Subscribe if you made it this far. Subscribe if you made it this far.
Actually so sad that they have a daughter together and that you would subject your daughter to these type of things. I mean, you have children, and I don't know, I don't have children of my own, but when you have children, I assume you would put them first on top of everything. Like, this is someone that you don't even know. At least when you had your ex-husband, he was a dad to her. I'm not sure about the living situation or how it was, but at least he was a dad to her. And that's more than your fake Dacre Montgomery could say, probably.
I wanted to know what exactly was making her think that this whole thing was real.
When Stranger Things season 4 came out, the day before it came out, he texted me and he said, hey, you need to watch episode 4. He said, if you don't watch anything else, watch episode 4. And when it came out the next day, and he showed up in that episode. And I was like, well, who else would know that? And he would send me poems.
Oh, a quick Google search would have probably done it. Maybe. Like in Stranger Things forums on Reddit, probably would have done it. Leaks would have done it. Anybody could have known that information. I don't think it really makes sense why you believe that. It just does not make sense how you believe that in any way, shape, or form. If I search Stranger Things right now on Google, I could probably find leaks for this next upcoming season, which is season 5 or 6. Not quite sure, actually. Condescending.
I am a poem reader. I've actually got his book here. And the poems that he was sending me are things that would go along with things like what his style of writing. And so that's another thing that kind of confused me. And I understood that point too, because my ex was very controlling over our money. Well, then it kind of went on for a few weeks. And then all of a sudden he came back. He said, hey, would I be able to ask you to help me here and there if I decided to from her? And I said, well, I can't help much. I said, but I can help a little bit here and there. Before I knew it, it was turning into $100 and $200 gift cards. But the thing is, when I tallied it all up.
Yes, because Dacre Montgomery, a man whose net worth is probably over $1 million, would want you to send him Walmart fucking gift cards or Apple gift cards or any type of gift cards whatsoever, actually.
It was $10,000-ish.
Dacre promised Michaela he would pay all of the money she sent to him. He wanted to disconnect from his girlfriend, Liv.
$10,000.
And claimed he needed to open up another bank account without her knowing until the relationship completely ended. Michaela was essentially funding Dacre's lifestyle for a year. He would even send her money in the form of gift cards and checks.
Basically, he would get the gift cards like how I used to do, like gifted gift cards and stuff all the time. And I would sell them for less than what they were worth. And I would, money. Well, that's kind of what he was doing. He said that he was going to start doing that so he could have a little bit of money for himself, like some change. And he would, he He would get money from them, and then he would pocket them.
Michaela, I wanna hold your hand while saying this. You were involved in a illicit scam activities. You were illicit. I think you should have admitted this thing online. Police can now track you down and arrest you. You're stupid, Michaela. I'm sorry. You as a mother should know better. There is no excuse for this. No matter how, just stop pissing me off. Ooh.
I think one of the most compelling parts of this case and what made her believe that she was really talking to Dacre was the fact that he had details on Stranger Things season 4.
Oh, what fucking details? A simple Google search would result in you finding, okay, he's in season 4. If you look at the cast of season 4, he's there. Oh, okay. Maybe he lives in a different part where the season came out earlier. Maybe he pirated the season earlier. Who fucking knows? Who was, oh, I'm gonna be in the next episode season.
I want to first start off with some facts on Dacre. So he makes around $150,000 per episode of Stranger Things. And they do about 8 episodes every season. You know, when you math on that, I mean, he's not for money.
But what his excuse was, we have a joint account, and she every time I try to make a purchase, she tries to take it back, and which I ran into that problem with my ex. So I kind of understood. I'm not going to immediately dismiss it, but at the same time, it was fishy.
Well, speaking of the relationship, we want to go over his relationship with Liv. We found that they've been together since 2017.
He told me that
Michaela is quick with the excuses, bro. I'm telling you, this is natural selection. Like, there's nothing I can say about this that to any benefit. It's just natural selection. Fucking stupid. I'm sorry about my condensation. My bad. Condensation.
broke up somewhere, I think, like mid-2020s there. And he also told me she was supposed to be moving to his apartment January of the following year, 2021, and he did not. So that was the first red flag, major red flag.
Okay.
Especially seeing that they had posted, well, I can't remember who had posted. I think it was one of their friends had posted a photo of in their new house in LA. And when I confronted him about it, he was like, oh, well, you know, pretend to make 9 million people or whatever think that someone's going to know something's wrong. And then that's going to look bad on me. So
when you compare the timelines in which he was saying those things to you, the internet says a completely different story. You know, we found over the internet, them on the news, them in interviews, that shows that they have a relationship. We weren't able to find any evidence that Dacre's relationship with his girlfriend Liv was toxic in any way. It was true that Dacre and Liv do take long breaks of posting each other on social media. But this was just another way the scammer was able to manipulate Michaela into believing their relationship was rocky. So we do want to dive into some of the searches that we ran. Can you tell me more about what the backstory on the check is?
okay, so he had paid apparently and he had his accountant and some money and a check, and he said, can you get it cashed for me? And I said, well, I cash it, you know, it's not. And he said, well, if it gets put into the account, and he was like, and then I take it out, could you cash it before she would have time to stop it? And I was like, well, I guess. I was like, I don't know what to do with it, you know? So I bank account and I deposited the check. I said that I got paid for something. And so I gave it to them, and then they ran it. And then of course I said, keep it. I said, I want my account frozen until that check clears. And it didn't clear, of course.
When we ran the signature at the bottom right-hand corner of the check, we got some hits on signature. When we ran a reverse image search on this check, we found hundreds of fraudulent checks all over the internet with this same exact signature. The scammer just photoshopped the signature into the check and sent it to Michaela. When these scammers create a fake check, they'll use this specific signature a lot.
Yeah, I figured that.
Why would he do a fake check though with a fake signature?
I have no idea. That was one of the first things to throw up a red flag for me.
So we also looked into some of the chat conversations you sent us. One of the main things that stood out to us from those chats is the picture of the lasagna he sent you. Michaela, he didn't this lasagna. We actually
Real G's move in Silas like lasagna.
found it in Martha Stewart's cookbook. This image is all over the internet, and this recipe is actually pretty popular.
So that's where it came from. I was like, that does not, like, it kind of looks like at the same time I'm like, fishy.
Yeah, so he went onto Martha Stewart's internet cookbook, screenshotted this photo, and when you asked him a question, he said he was too busy because he was working on this or making this lasagna. And all he did was just steal that from there and then send it to you.
I knew that whoever it was, either they were pretty good at cooking or they got it from somewhere and I did nowhere. So I already kind of figured that one too.
Due to the fact that this guy sent you so many things that are from
Michaela, you seem to be like figuring out all things, you know? Why couldn't you figure out? You seem like a smart woman, you know, actually. Apparently I figured that one out too. Fuck. Why don't you figure out that one 3? Condescending.
so many different places all over the internet, we come to the conclusion that you're speaking to what's called a romance scammer. He's done research on you. He's looked at your backstage profile.
Is anybody shocked? Are you shocked as I am? No way. Question my life choices at this point.
Your Facebook, and he's basically morphing himself into this person that you want him to be, and also attaching Dacre Montgomery's photos to that profile. Scammers spend hours and days researching an individual before attempting to extract any money from them. Their objective is to identify the target's vulnerabilities.
Is anybody surprised? Not really. Yeah, that was her reaction in total. She said, wow, oh my god, no way he was scamming me. I kind of figured it out. That's about it. I love making reaction videos. It's a hobby of mine. Like graphic design. It's my passion. One of my many passions in life. Anyway, condensation is bad. And leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for, if you're still here anyway, thank you for watching this video to the end. I love you guys like my community. So every time I start again, I'm going to say bye and I'm going to say hi at the beginning. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. See you later when I subscribe and make some money. I make some money if you subscribe. If I get to 1,000 subscribers anyway. I think I'm yapping a little too much at the end here, but I'm really trying to build this strong emotional connection. Me and you, we can have some sort of parasocial relationship. Like seriously, you don't know me, right? But I would say I'm a pretty chill dude every now and then. I'm not that chill. I'm pretty chill. But I'm not very chill. You know? Like I won't tolerate a lot of things, but some things I will tolerate. Yeah. Subscribe so I can make some money.
If you are not subscribed, 90% of your batter factor not subscribed, then I just wanted to make a song and watch. Number 2. Subscribe if you made it this far. Subscribe if you made it this far.